Well, folks, I'm sad to say if you are here because you love videos from empty storage units, the glory days of the channel are already over, because we've started moving stuff into the new Lego City studio, specifically an entire IKEA, pretty much. I've just had to move all these up from the little receipt room downstairs, which, by the way, what an awesome thing about it being a storage unit that is. Everything was delivered while I was at home working. It was all kept in the delivery room downstairs, and I just had to come in and move it. So easy. You don't get that kind of thing if you build a shed in your back garden or rent an office or one of the many other things that people suggested I do. So +1 for the storage unit straight away. But what we've gone for in the end is 4 of the Lagkapten, I think that's how you say that, 4 of the 2 meter by 60 centimeter tables, and I think it's 15 of the 1 meter by 60 centimeter Linmans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them. 13 of them, 4 of them, and 73 legs. Now, there's a chance, depending on the kind of arrangement you go for, we won't necessarily need all 73 legs, but I've bought enough legs for all of those tables to be assembled independently. We might not be doing that. We might be doing that. As I mentioned in my video the other day, I'm not a responsible adult. I don't get to make those kind of decisions. My tech nerd buddy, Matt, is going to be on his way here soon. Not only is he a tech expert, he is an IKEA expert, and he has plans. There's a bunch of stuff we've ordered from Amazon as well that's not here yet. So we're not going to be able to get it all fully set up today, but we have got the starts of some tables. Whether we'll start assembling them today, I'm not entirely sure. This is the design I've gone for in the end. So I listen. See, this is why this is important that it's an interactive process. I do listen. I've not left myself with the 21 centimeter gap around this thing. That's why there's 1 less of the longer tables than on the original plan, because basically what we're going to have at the bottom here is a half table situation. So it'll be kind of I'll be able to walk around like this. So if we've got City behind me here, I'm now in a walkway, and then I can walk around here like this. And then when I get to this, I can actually come across, and it's like an S shape. We're not actually losing any table space, because just there, we're going to put the table that we currently use in our living room to stream from, the one on wheels that Anna always pushes. That's going to go there, so it can be a wheelie table that we move around the room if we're doing something and we need some movable actual table space, building space. But also, it can slot into the gap. It fits perfectly into the gap in the City. I don't think it'll be exactly the same height, but it will fit into the gap. Not that we're ever likely to build on it, but the option is going to be there if we decide we want to do that. I have been listening to all of the other feedback as well. I have got chairs. I think I might even have a chair in my other storage unit. I'm going to go and look in there in a second to see if I've got a chair. With the way the layout is designed, we're not really going to be able to access any of this behind here either. So we're kind of this was originally going to be for storing stuff. This is literally just going to be for junk that we never need to see again. We might even calm you all down and start saving the boxes that the big expensive sets comes in, the things like the modulars and stuff like that, and stick them behind there. Every box for every set I've ever built has already been thrown away, but maybe from now on we can keep the boxes for the modulars and put them around there. Although, to be honest, do I want a massive pile of cardboard as a fire risk in my Lego City studio? Probably not. Although we didn't get the full Amazon order, one thing we have got for today is this little pile here, which is 4 10-foot by 7-foot sheets. They're photography backdrop sheets with basically cloudy skies on. And I think that should be enough to completely cover these 3 walls. I don't think we need to worry about covering this one, because I'm always going to be stood over there when I'm filming. But we'll cover the other 3. It should be relatively simple to attach them to the top of the unit on these ones. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it across here yet. Matt apparently has a plan for that, so we'll find out more when he gets here. And then we've also got the plan for getting the electrics in, which I have ordered the stuff for, but that's not going to be here today. So that will probably be in the next video that we actually get electrics in here, at which point I can roll my little fridge around from my other storage unit, keep some cold drinks in here, maybe bring my coffee machine in from home. I've got a spare coffee machine that I've been saving just for this day, just for when I got somewhere to put the Lego City. And I've got some filing cabinets full of instruction manuals that can come in here as well. People have been asking about Lego storage as well as display in here. Underneath the tables, one of the reasons I went with the IKEA tables is because that's how the original City was designed, and that's how the drawers, the really useful company drawers, were, it was all measured up perfectly at the time, so they fit perfectly under these tables. So we've already got 4 sets of those drawers that can go under them. We've got the filing cabinets that can go under some of the others, and then we'll still have lots more under table storage space for more parts storage. There is an argument, because we're going to be doing most of our building at home, to keep the parts storage there. I would argue, though, as someone who doesn't really build mocks, there is a significant difference between building at home and fiddling with the Lego City. I think they're 2 very different things and need 2 very different types of parts. When I'm building at home, I'm building sets. I don't need the parts collection at home when I'm building sets, because when you buy a Lego set, all the Lego comes with it. It's one of the big perks of buying a Lego set. But when I'm here fiddling with the city, that's when I need the parts to mess around with roads and trees and grass and train tracks and walls and all these other, this is where I need the parts, because the parts are needed for the city. So I think we're all right having the bulk of our parts storage here. We might decide to keep like some stuff for Mills plates at home, stuff like that. But we're 10 minutes away. We live 10 minutes away from here. It's not a big deal to move back and forth between the 2. And that's the sort of thing that we don't need to decide now. Whatever decision we make now, we are allowed to change it a little bit further down the line. So I don't think we need to commit to anything vis-a-vis Lego storage currently. I'm going to go and look for this chair. I want to sit down. There we go. Success. It's being guarded by a couple of alpacas. I can't reach it because the filing cabinet's in the way. But I do have a chair back there, so we're going to try and retrieve that. Is there any other goodies in here? I think the fridge is down there somewhere. Can we see the fridge? I think that's the cable for the fridge. This is all Lego. This is all instruction manuals. So a lot of this kind of stuff will move over. In fact, is it instruction manuals? I think I threw my instruction manuals away and just kept the filing cabinets. I don't need them. They can go. Does anyone want a filing cabinet? They're for sale. They'll be on eBay soon. As will a lot of those board games. And the lamps that I need, I think, are back there. That looks like the stands for them. I have got a ring light down there. I'm going to have to empty this out to grab the bits I need, because they're all kind of scattered across it. Right, let me get this chair and head back to the main unit. I do also have a green screen there. Is there anything we could do with green screen in a Lego City? Or is that another thing that needs selling? Let's leave this storage. I should probably put that away. Let's leave this storage unit though. Or else I'm just going to end up playing. Oh, look at all those base plates. They're the Winter Village ones. They might be getting repurposed in the short term. And then we've got loads of bulk Lego down there that still needs sorting. Okay, there's activities to partake in here, for sure. See, people have called me a hoarder over the years, because I don't throw a lot of stuff away, or get rid of a lot of stuff when I'm done using it. But I bought 2 of these chairs for the original Lego City at the old house, so that me and Anna could sit in there together and stream, and we never did, and then we moved. So I kept one, which I use at my build table at home at the moment, and the other one went into storage. And because of that lack of getting rid of things, I now have a chair to use in here, and that is much more comfortable while we sit and wait for Matt. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, we have a plan. The plan involves getting the curtain things up on here. We're going to take these little bolts off and bolt it on all the way around. So that's going to get it onto these 2 sides. We have less of a plan over here. Matt says he has a plan. We'll see. I think there's a plan. It involves wood and wheels. So he kind of lost me a little bit there, but he's fetched his big tool bag. So we've got Matt's big sack in here now. And I think we're going to get the stuff hung up on the wall and start assembling some tables, because why not? We're here now. We may as well assemble some tables, and then it's less to do in a few days when we're back assembling tables. Hello everybody, and welcome to Kev's DIY Corner. I've removed the protective covering from a table, and now I am taking the sleeve off of the leg. Matt is over the other side of the room messing around with curtains, so I've been trusted to do DIY on my own for a moment, which is a terrible idea. So I'm starting on one of the big tables. We're going to call this the sacrificial table. It's a similar principle to the first pancake. It's just like testing the pan, isn't it? Making sure the pan's hot enough. That's basically what's going on with this table. So we probably are going to be ordering another one soon to replace the one I'm about to break. But other than that, we're all good. Look, over here, we've already got blue skies going up. So these things are good. 10 foot by 7 foot, that is. And we'll more than, I mean, it doesn't quite go to the floor, but obviously the tables are going to be halfway down it. So that is jolly good, if you ask me. I think I'm finally willing to admit as well, boys and girls, that in the old Lego room at the old house, I was so afraid of this incredibly simple task that I paid the IKEA man to assemble the tables for me. I think it was like £12 a table, which is almost as much as the tables cost. I don't know if you can hear Matt laughing in the background, but the tables cost £15 each. And I paid a man £12 to screw the legs on, which I'm now realising I can do myself. When we moved and we had to do more assembly, I did do it myself then. But this is it's the side of having a Lego city that they don't tell you about. I'm learning to become a real adult at nearly 30 years old. And I'm very proud of myself. The first table is a thing. This is a momentous occasion. The first of 17 tables. It's probably not just going to live in the middle of the room like that, but it's going to be used for assembling the rest for now. And we also have progress being made on the backdrop as well. So I think now is probably an appropriate time to pop you in the corner and start this room's first ever time lapse. Oh, it's an exciting time. Now, I was very much in two minds about whether or not to include the entire time lapse. You're going to have to give me some feedback down in the comments about whether you want to see absolutely everything. But I did put a little bit of a sneak preview over on the Patreon, patreon.com/blockpartyuk. And the general consensus over there was you do want to see everything. So this is me assembling all of the tables, or at least all of the ones that I was able to assemble today. As you can see, I'm using power tools and sharp knives and things and not causing myself any injury. Matt's not even here at this point. He just nipped over basically to check sizes of things and then came back a little bit later on. So he's off buying, I don't know, whatever he's buying, something that he needed. He buys a lot of tools. I often don't know what he's up to with all of his tools and whatnot, but he's got his plan for mounting the screens across that area where we don't have a wall to put it on. I think we're building some kind of big wooden frame, which I think he had to measure up and then go and see about buying stuff for. We don't do that in this video. Spoilers. That one will be in a few days' time. But my general thoughts were, oh, there you go. Matt's back. See, there he is. My general thoughts were assemble all the small tables, but maybe save the big ones because we've got more assembly to do the next time we're here. And having seen the diagram that you saw earlier in the video, the room is pretty full when all the tables are in there and assembled, and it doesn't give us a lot of room to do things like sort out the electrics, get a frame in for the thing behind for the curtains across that bit where all the beams and everything are. So we're just adding all the small ones in, which is 13 tables, and however many of the legs there you go, I've had to move the camera because there was just too much of a pile of tables over this side of the room. But 73 legs total. I think we were left with 15 at the end for the two big tables that were remaining. And as you can see, the curtain thing is making its way around the room as well. We still haven't got a mechanism for holding the door shut. I'm thinking a bungee cord is going to be the answer to that little problem. We've got one of them that has arrived in the Amazon order that was waiting for me when I got home after this trip. You can see I've had to start wearing gloves at this point because I was getting little friction burns on my little delicate hands that aren't used to doing physical labour, and now we've had to move you back even further. But yeah, we've got bungee cords, we've got all the stuff for the electrics now, and we are pretty much ready to finish off this stage the next time we were here. I think the next time we're going to go is in a few days, so you should see that video Sunday or Monday, I think, and that should be the finishing off of all the tables, all the backdrops, getting all the power in, and then we're just waiting for the wood that we need to even out the tops of the tables and sort out the raised platform that's going to have the trains running under it. But it's all looking very, very snazzy. It is now many, many hours later. Everyone else who's ever been near this building went home long ago. It's all dark out in the corridor. But what I wanted to show you, before we show you the finished for today setup, obviously we've got the backdrops up, which are looking very, very cool. But that layout of tables there is the exact layout and size and amount of tables that I had in the old Lego room at the old house, for context. So that's what we had, and then we've still got the rest of the room. So this is quite the significant upgrade. But now I'm going to get the rest of the tables in position. Right, I've just seen this. We still haven't assembled all the tables. I've only done one of the 4 long ones because we're just trying to save some space. There's a little bit more construction we need to do in a few days when we come back. But I've had the realization of just how much table space I've got, and seeing it like this. When I first came into this storage unit, I thought, ooh, that's not as big as I thought 225 square feet would be. And I was a little bit disappointed. Now I'm seeing the tabletops. This is huge! Look at this. So from the doorway, we have basically the old Lego City just there, but then it goes all the way along there. This is my little walking zone. And then there's still those 3 big tables. So there'll be another one of these that goes just here. I am glad I listened to everybody and didn't keep the 3rd one in. By the time you've got 3 of them in, there is no way I'm getting around this post. But we've got one more that will go here, and then I've got that table which is going to go on the end of it, and I'll manipulate that one around. We'll see how that fits in, and then the other 2 long tables will go along the length of here to basically take us all the way down to the wall on that end. So we're going to come around again in another like U shape there with another little walkway in the middle. But goodness me, it's enormous, and the backdrops look cool. We've got those 2 up. The 3rd one, we need to get some kind of frame to hold it up. So that is a job for in a few days' time, but we know it stretches all the way along the width of it. And then, yeah, it is, that's my junk table. And we've got 15. Yeah, would you like to, glamorous assistant? Go on then. So this is it with the, with that one all the way across as well. So next video, that'll be affixed in place as well. So we'll have the backdrop in on 3 sides, which does look cool, and all the tables will be in. It's very cool. Yeah, Matt won't always be there, apparently. I have asked if he wants to just hold it, because it'll be cheaper than the other solution, but apparently not. And then we'll just pretend this space was never here. We don't need to worry about that. But boys and girls, I am giddy. This is so cool. I kind of just want to stay here all night and get it finished, but we don't have the parts we need to do that. We're still waiting for wood. We're still waiting for the electric stuff that we need. And if I stay in here much longer, I'm not going to be able to get out of the gate because I have to be out of here by 10 p.m. So probably need to leave at some point. But yeah, that is awesome. As ever, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Hopefully you're as impressed by how awesome it looks as I am. I think it's great. I don't want any of you Americans saying, my basement's bigger than that. Yeah, I live in the UK. We don't have spaces like this for putting our toys in here. We have to get storage units. Look at that angle. It looks like a real Lego room. That's great. But if you have enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on it for us. Subscribe to the channel for loads more Lego content, including tomorrow, 1st of the month, one of the biggest release days of the year. We're off to the Lego store. So get some new Lego tomorrow to start filling this room with. And thank you very much for watching.